This episode of Homemade was previously recorded in front of a live stream audience who asked questions and cook along during the show. If you love cooking and want to join us in the kitchen, visit homemadecooking.com to register for free live classes. Now, let's get cooking.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Homemade Cooking. I am Chef Jenny, and I am here to bring you Pesto-Encrusted Cod today with roasted asparagus and cherry tomatoes. We're making pesto from scratch. It's a good day. It's a good day to be here. Of course, I'm not here just by myself. I've got my amazing co-host, Chef Meg. Hello, Chef Meg.
Hello.
I mean, you're psyched, right?
Oh, always.
Are you more excited for the pesto or the fact that we have purple asparagus today?
I'm sorry to the pesto, but it's the purple asparagus. It's perfect.
It's the little things in life, everyone. So, the recipe tells you to make a pesto, and then the pesto is going to put our sauce on top of here. However, due to timing, because we're live, baby, we are baking this in the oven as we speak. I am doing a little swap out pesto, so we're actually going to dress this, put it in the oven, and then I'm going to show you how to make the pesto at the end. So, the first sauce, we're going to start off with the little sauce over here. We are going to make a pesto. We have our pesto. We're going to make a little pesto sauce. So, beautiful pesto. I've got it in here. We're using about a 1/4 cup. Now you can use regular straight basil pesto. We're actually going to work with a couple of different greens when we make ours. My favorite thing to say always is always try to use seasonal produce. That's going to be the best tasting, and that is going to be the most affordable, is what's in season. I'm going to add a little bit of good olive oil to it. Got our good unsaturated fat there. A little bit of salt. Some fresh ground pepper. So, lemon, we're going to take off the zest. Half of the zest I'm going to use in the sauce. The other half I'm going to use to toss in with my vegetables. Okay, about half of that. So, stirring this around. Beautiful. Because I have that garlic and I have the basil from the pesto and that cheese, which is really savory. All that citrus oil just really brightened it up. It's really beautifully pungent. So I've got my cod here. We're gonna evenly spread this over our cod. Firm protein sliced up in little steaks on here in this recipe would be unreal. If you have a fish allergy or you're just not a big fish person, the pesto on the tofu with the asparagus and the cherry tomatoes, 1,000%, yeah. Chef Meg, you got a question?
Well, I was just going to ask about tofu, and then you were talking about tofu, so that's my bad.
Did we have a mind meld moment?
Yeah.
It's just the best. Okay. The excitement for purple asparagus here before class, it's the little things in life. We were so excited about this. Most recipes talk about you need to trim your asparagus. But I can understand if you're kind of newer to cooking with it, what does that mean? It means you need to get this tougher fibrous point off. So there's a couple cheats. You can always just take one stalk and it will naturally kind of break where it's not as fibrous. Boom. So you can do that. You can compost this and then use this as a guide with the rest of your asparagus, that length, and you can trim off the rest. And then that can be your guide. Kind of get these guys towards the end. And there we go. At home, I would just compost these. We've got some beautiful cherry tomatoes here. We're gonna have these. So I'm gonna give you my little parlor trick now, which is how do you have a bunch of cherry tomatoes? I've got these little deli lids. I've got my cherry tomatoes here. I'm gonna put my lid on top and then with my sharp knife, go across and boom, they're all halved. Come on, that's pretty, but thank you. Thank you. Last 4. Please make sure you have good sharp knives. This is very helpful. A dull knife will be a very painful, slow experience trying to do that. I'm gonna just take my lemon and I am going to zest the rest of this lemon over this. I just drizzled this with a little olive oil. I'm now gonna put some salt and pepper on here. Chef Meg, how we doing out there?
Doing great. I just wanted to share an asparagus fact.
This is it. Buckle up. All right, Chef Meg.
Specifically a purple asparagus fact.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It is purple because of the same pigments that turn grapes and blueberries purple. And purple asparagus is higher in antioxidants than, because those are the antioxidants. I don't know much about science, but I know what I read. You know what?
I really respect that you took it to the point where you felt confident and then you admitted, this is where my knowledge ends. Yes! Yes, Chef Meg!
Thank you.
I loved that. That was fantastic. Yes. So just tossing this together here. Beautiful. This is the fun part. It's arts and crafts, y'all. We're now just going to spread these. I don't want to cover the top of the fish, but I do want to get these all spread around. There we go. Love that. And then our cherry tomatoes just fill in the gaps. Look how beautiful that is. You wouldn't even need to put this on the platter. It's got so many colors. You can just put this out on the table. Love this. You clean up your cutting board as this is cooking. Call it a day. Look at this. Come on. What? Oven, 400 degrees. We actually have ours on convection. So I'm gonna check this around 12, 13 minutes. If you don't have convection, then it would take a little longer, probably around 20 minutes. We're looking for our fish to be firm, not overcooked and dried out. So in she goes. So we're gonna make our pesto now. Love this. Starting off with the very important, I'm actually gonna start off with my cheese. We're using 3/4 cup grated Parm. So I'm just gonna grate this right now here before I add everything else in. I like, especially for pesto, buying my cheese in a block and grating it fresh. There is a quality difference because pre-grated cheese can get clumped together, so it does kind of have some anti-caking stuff or maybe even a little cornstarch on it. So I do like fresh cheese, especially for something like pesto. But we're all very busy. If you want to use grated cheese, you live your life, all right? We are never ever judging you, so you go for it. Just a little grind. Get her going here. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna do 4 cloves of fresh garlic here. I didn't even share my favorite cod fact. Can I share it with you now? Baby cod are called codlings, and I think that's adorable. Everyone's known as codlings from here on out for the rest of the class, all right? You're doing so good, my little codling. I mean, come on. That's amazing. It's so cute. So I've got 4 cloves of garlic in there, and we've pulsed our cheese, a little fresh ground pepper. So I'm adding spinach, I'm adding kale, I'm adding some fresh pesto in here. I like a little arugula because arugula is really peppery. So you're gonna get a really nice flavor from that. Just add these around. Again, parsley is a great thing to add in here. Chives. I always really like mint in pesto. So it's kind of just, you know, don't get yourself in a corner and think it about a have to. And then we're gonna go ahead with our nuts. So traditional is pine nut. But I'm gonna add a little bit of cashew in here. Cashew gets really creamy when you pulse it. I've made macadamia nut pesto. I've made walnut, pecans, hazelnuts. Done it all. Almonds is really one of my favorite standbys because I always have almonds at home, but I don't always have pine nuts. Okay, gonna pulse this up, and then we're gonna add in, drizzle in some olive oil. And then in there. How fun is this little cordless food processor? We just charge the base like a battery. Again, y'all, it's the little things in life, okay? We're halfway through the year. We're really just holding on to what sparks joy for us. I'm gonna press this down. Smells insane, smells incredible. If you don't have garlic, I have in a pinch in pastos use shallot. I'm gonna challenge you to resist the temptation to add salt in here. The reason is because we have that cheese. The cheese is salty, so you can just use that cheese as your seasoning. Do not reach for the salt before you've really mixed this in with the cheese and tasted it. So now this is where we started at the beginning of class, where we had our pesto done, and then we went on and made our fish with that. So I've got my plate. I am just gonna cut up a little lemon here. And get some wedges. I love a fresh lemon wedge with some fish. If you wanna we don't wanna add too many calories, but if you just wanna go ahead and smear some pesto on your plate, you can. And I'll get my fish over here. Ooh, wait till you guys see this. Let's see, can you see in the camera? Come on, look how beautiful that looks. The tomatoes are just starting to get release their juice and shrink up a bit. The asparagus is not shrunken. It's not completely wilted. I'm gonna plate for you guys. You can charge your family $30 for this, okay, after we're done with this. This is gonna get a good time. We're gonna get a couple asparagus on here. Yes. Let's wait, which direction do I wanna go? Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm back in culinary school where they're judging me on plating. We're gonna get some of our cherry tomatoes here. Perfect, beautiful. They've kind of burst, so they've released all their juices there. Unreal. And then I want this piece right on top. And then if you can take a little spoon, because there's really nice juices at the back of your pan. So I'm just gonna tip my pan a little and then get some of this beautiful juice and just pour that over the top. Okay. Look at that. You charge your family for that, okay? Or they do dishes. The person who makes this does not do dishes. That's how it works. It looks so fancy. We just threw everything on a sheet pan and tossed it together. Isn't that wild? I've spent 3 hours on a dish that doesn't look this nice, and that's really frustrating to realize sometimes. Nice squeeze of lemon. Chef Meg, we're gonna eat good tonight. It's gonna be a party. How are we doing out there?
Doing great. Everyone is loving the presentation and talking about charging their family for it.
Yeah, please, plating was hit or miss for me at the Culinary Institute of America. If someone could reach out to them and let them know I've gotten really good at it. I would like some of those grades changed retroactively, if possible. I appreciate it. Oh, that bite's good. I got an asparagus spear in that bite. Oh. Oh, that fish is still moist. It kind of flaked. It's not dry. It's not overcooked. 13 minutes.
How's the pesto?
Perfect. The cheese kind of got a little crispy on the top. And the garlic, like raw pesto will always have a little bit of heat from that garlic, and the garlic kind of sweetened up a little bit. 10 out of 10. Did it again. Well done, everyone. We want to thank you all for being here. Until next time, have a safe and wonderful holiday weekend and keep on cooking. Thanks, everyone. We love you. See you next time. Bye.
Hey there, I'm Joel Gamoran. I'm the head chef and founder of Homemade, and we launched Homemade with the idea that we want to bring cooking and the kitchen to the world. So if you love cooking and want to join us in one of our free live stream cooking classes, head to our website, homemadecooking.com. That's homemadecooking.com to register today.